quickly. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Jones. Man open is board. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. C.J. Board, 75 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
Now Jones, space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7 to 7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Past the 20.
Ain't doing nothing.
Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 47 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14 to 7.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Giants 14, Eagles 7.
2nd and 4. Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Giants' 30-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Then Eagles first down.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run the option. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jones forced out to his left. He'll get this complete to Board. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me
take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dante Pettis, 29 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
It's good.
Makes the score Giants 21, Eagles 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Here comes Rager. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
It's 2nd down.
Second down, here's Hurts. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Turnover on downs.
Keep giving it to him. Come on, keep giving it to him. Let's go. Check 147. Get trapped. 47's the mic.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Ready? Block 49. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. The trot, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 46 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Giants 21, Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st down, Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Flushed out right. That's caught by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Eagles first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
The 15-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Eagles 22. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Second and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. No, not ahead of you, baby. I see you. I see you over there. You scared.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On downs.
Back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders.
Hurts pass.
Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A nice run there by Sanders on 1st down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down.
Down by James Bradbury. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock.
They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Man open his board. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's score, Giants 20.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But
yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible,